Chapter 22 explains the master budget and responsibility accounting. The objective of this chapter include to learn why managers use budgets, understand the components of the master budget, prepare an operating budget, prepare a financial budget, use sensitivity analysis in budgeting, and prepare performance reports for responsibility centers and account for traceable and common shared fixed costs. The first learning objective explains why managers use budgets. Large international and for-profit companies such as Amazon.com and nonprofit organizations such as Habitat for Humanity use budgets for the same reasons as you do in your personal life or in your small business: to plan and control actions and the related revenues and expenses. Managers also use budgets to plan for technology upgrades, other capital asset replacements, improvements, or expansions. Strategic as well as operational plans are budgeted as well. First, managers develop strategies. Their overall business goals, like Amazon's goal to expand its international operations, or Gateway's goal to be a value leader in the personal computer market while diversifying into other markets. Companies then plan and budget for specific actions to achieve those goals. The next step is to act. After acting, managers compare actual results with the budget. This feedback allows them to determine what, if any, corrective action to take. These decisions affect the company's future strategies and plans. Budgeting forces managers to plan, promotes coordination and communication, and provides a benchmark for evaluating actual performance. The budget really represents the plan the company has in place to achieve its goals. The master budget coordinates a company's activities. It forces managers to consider relationships among operations across the entire value chain. Budgets also communicate a consistent set of plans throughout the company. Budgets provide a benchmark that motivates employees and helps managers evaluate performance. In most companies, part of the manager's performance evaluation depends on how actual results compare to the budget. Let's turn to Smart Touch's e-learning business. Suppose that comparing the actual results to the budget exhibited here leads to the performance report in Exhibit 22-4. This report identifies areas where the actual results differed from the budget. The differences are itemized. Actual service revenue was $11,000 less than budgeted service revenue. This was caused by two factors. First, Smart Touch sold 1,000 fewer services than it planned to sell. 19,000 actual, 20,000 budgeted. Second, Smart Touch was able to sell at a higher average price per service, $31, which is 589,000 divided by 19,000 services, than the $30 per service it planned. Variable expenses were less than budgeted for both server space expense and advertising expense. Actual server space expense was less than budgeted server space expense because Smart Touch sold 1,000 fewer services and because Smart Touch reduced the server space expansion per service from $2.25 budgeted to $2. That's 38,000 divided by 19,000 services per actual service. Advertising expense remained constant at 5% of revenues, but due to the $11,000 reduction in revenues, advertising expense was $550 less. That's $11,000 times 5%. Actual fixed expenses were exactly the same as budgeted fixed expenses. Although not common, Considering SmartTouch's fixed expenses, one would expect these to change unless SmartTouch changed the pay rate or number of employees, or unless SmartTouch negotiated a new contract with its internet service provider. After management reviews the variances, SmartTouch will want to consider how it can implement new strategies to meet its goals.